Chat's being really stupid. Mike, check 1, 2. Mike. Okay, we're good. Yo, what is up? What's up? Happy Wednesday here. Sorry, running a little bit behind. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, fantastic hump day. Working on getting the podcast clips put together right now. A little bit different of a Wednesday for me, believe it or not. I went to a Pilates class this morning. That is why I'm running like a couple minutes behind. So there you go. And I will say, first things first, here on a Wednesday, fellas, before you knock it, if you've never done a Pilates class, my God, I challenge you to do one, because that kicked my ass. Kicked my ass. There ain't no other way to put it. So, jeez, respect to those women in there, bro. They're beasts. But again, taking your questions, comments, everything else here on a Wednesday, whatever you got, we'll tackle it. You see, I'm trying to switch gears a little bit. I'm trying to move on. Well, I say move on, whatever, but beat Ole Miss. Let's get a W. Damn it, I'm tired of talking about the negatives. Let's get a W. Obviously, again, we all know what's out there. Hell, on the show today, I dropped my top 5 candidates I'd like to see replace Will Muschamp at South Carolina, but would love to talk to you guys about the game as well, the actual game. If you have questions, comments about the game, obviously later today for tomorrow's show, I will break down Ole Miss. I will break down Ole Miss in their entirety as far as key matchups, keys to the game, all that good stuff, top storylines for the show tomorrow. So if you got any questions on Ole Miss, if you want to continue to talk Will Muschamp, you want to talk Masters, you want to talk anything, we will dive into it here on a Wednesday. Also, the phone lines will be open, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. And I just dropped the number there in the chat as well, guys. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to multitask here and get these clips uploaded as well at the same time. So I apologize if I look a little distracted. But good to be talking to you guys. Good to be talking to you guys here on a Wednesday. Really, really do appreciate you guys tuning in, all the love, support, everything else. Let's see. Cody Gaskin says, would love the Cincinnati Bearcats head coach. I'm really not familiar with him, to be totally honest with you. I'd have to do a little bit deeper of a dive, but I'm not really familiar with him. Andrew Bowers, does a win out save Muschamp? I don't think it does, but who knows? If you win out, sure. But like I said before, there's a better chance of Jesus Christ himself coming down from heaven and being the next head football coach of the Gamecocks team winning out. I mean, that's just a fact, dude. I mean, come on. That's a fact. So, winning out, there's a better chance, man, of you going and winning the lottery. Like, honestly. So, but would it? Sure. Sure it would. Sure it would. Absolutely. Why not? Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. I will open up the phone lines here as well. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm editing clips and stuff and trying to get this podcast clip uploaded. Like I said, I went to a Pilates class this morning. Whew, kicked your boy's ass. So, kicked your boy's ass. Come on, phone. Happy Veterans Day, by the way. All the veterans, if there are any veterans tuned in, thank you so much for your service. I've got a really, really good friend of mine that is a veteran. And, yeah, I just wanted to say that. Obviously, we put the post up on social media, but happy Veterans Day for sure. Let's see. Tyler Knoll says, just win. Indeed, just win, baby. That's all that matters. Just win. Philip Card Harris, my guess is that Joe Brady. Sorry. Phil Carter Harris says, my guess is that Joe Brady decided to go to the Panthers OC because he's on that NFL track. I'm sure he has had head coach offers at the end of last season for college and turned him down for the Panthers. Yeah, that is yeah. I mean, that will be the tough thing about getting Brady. I mean, I definitely understand that. I mean, he's, you'd think he's probably just getting his NFL career going. So getting him to leave that might be pretty tough. But, I mean, you never know. I mean, all you can do is try. You know what I mean? All you can do is give him a blank check and say, hey, man, we want you to come be our head football coach. I think it would be, I can also acknowledge, too, I think it'd be a little bit of a risky hire. But, I'll tell you guys this, and just think about it. I'm really not even trying to be funny when I say this. That's the bad part. But, like, let me ask you guys, is there a candidate out right now for South Carolina's next head football coach that would be a worse hire than Will Muschamp was in 2015? I mean, is there a candidate right now you could hire that has worse credentials than Will Muschamp had when you hired him? I don't think there's a single one. I mean, Will Muschamp was damaged goods. I think we all know that. He was South Carolina's fourth or fifth choice, maybe? So, anyone out there is an upgrade, I feel like. Lindsay Hagler, are you feeling more zen? Like I said, I did that Pilates workout. I mean, I don't know if zen's the right word because it kicked my ass straight up. That was much respect for the women that do Pilates. And I mean the people, but it's mostly women. Let's see. Steven, I didn't see your question. Andrew Bowers, I think we make a push for the SEC championship either 2022 or 2023, and Will Muschamp will not be the head coach. Please specify that. As long as Will Muschamp is this team's head coach, that will never. Dude, you could give Will Muschamp 10 more years, and I'd guarantee you that wouldn't happen. Guarantee. I'd put my life savings on it. It wouldn't happen. So. Sorry, guys. I'm just posting the podcast. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. I need to open up the phone lines, and I will do that in just a second, I promise. Like I said, I'm running a little bit behind because I went to a Pilates class this morning. Jim McElwain, if South Carolina hires Jim McElwain, I'm done with Carolina football. So take that bank. SC Football Tube, what's up, man? What's going on? Just hanging out here on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Got a lot to get into, obviously. Who will get the axe first? Rhett Godbold. Yeah, what a last name, Godbold. Rhett Godbold says, who will get the axe first, Tanner or Muschamp? I think Muschamp gets the axe first. And I don't think Tanner gets the axe. I think he will be asked to step down, if I had to guess. So, but yeah, I would say Muschamp will get fired first. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm just posting this shit. I gotta get it posted. Gotta get it posted. Let's see. Cody Gaskins, you think we get Alabama offensive coordinator to leave for Carolina? One candidate know what he's talking about. So you're talking about Sarkisian. I think it's possible. I don't know that he'd be my favorite hire, but again, everybody at this point would be an upgrade from what we currently got. So I wouldn't be totally opposed to it, but you just have to see. Just have to contact him. I mean, Brandon Coley, any chance at Bobby Petrino? No, thank you. I'll pass. Letter B Slam says, where do you think we'd be right now if we had hired Tom Herman or Kirby Smart? Tom Herman, I don't know. Kirby Smart, I honestly think we'd be damn near the same exact situation we're in now. So I think Kirby Smart is Will Muschamp with a better roster, man. I really do. And maybe you won't agree. And I'm not saying they're equal coaches. I'm not saying Kirby Smart's not at least a little bit better of a coach than Will Muschamp. But I think Kirby Smart is just Will Muschamp with a better roster, bro. So, Scott Rush, forget football. Thoughts on Gamecock hoops and baseball at this point? Yeah, very excited for both. Yeah, obviously basketball is upcoming in a few weeks. I'm very, very excited for Gamecock basketball. I definitely think this is a tournament team, no question. You know, I think this is an NCAA tournament team. Really, really excited for the guys they have there. And in baseball, yeah, I'm excited for Kingston's crew. Again, we're pretty far out from opening day, or really we're not. We're really not as far as you think. But no, I'm excited for both. I'm actually really, really excited for both. I think both should be really good. I'm very excited for Carolina basketball. I mean, you take a look at the roster, what they have all over the floor. Should be good. Should be good. So, I mean, this is truly a tournament or bust kind of year. I think you guys would agree. This is a tournament or bust kind of year. So, you gotta take advantage and make the tournament with this talent that you have. Damn it. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. I'm about to open up the phone lines. Sorry, I'm just posting this stuff for the podcast. Just didn't get to do it this morning. Had to rush when I got home. So this is kind of what happens. I know this is making for great content for you guys. So my bad. Somebody said I saw asked, do I think we'll stop Ole Miss from hanging 50 on us? I actually think, guys, my best bet is the under, believe it or not. I just think 70.5 is so ridiculously high. I mean, I know they have the worst defense in the SEC, but like you're talking about a South Carolina team that's probably breaking in a new quarterback. And I know Ryan Hilinski's not a new quarterback necessarily, but still, you're changing the quarterback. You know, you've obviously South Carolina has no weapons on the outside of Shi Smith. Can you get Kevin Harris going again? I mean, I don't know. I think the under's the obvious play in this football game. I really do. I could be wrong. I think the obvious play, though. So. Let's see. Okay, I'm finally done with this shit. So I will open up the phone lines. You guys want to call in? I saw somebody left a voicemail earlier. Again, my apologies. Just had to get this uploaded. We could just play the voicemail too. Yeah, taking your questions, comments, calls. Football, baseball, basketball. You want to talk some golf? I'm down to do that as well. So, yeah. Phil Carter Harris bought my virtual sellout ticket for basketball last night. So what exactly is it? I would love to know. If somebody wants to fill me in, I did not know that was a thing or what it is. Let's see. Tyler Fleming, Penn State was ranked top 10 in the preseason. They're 0-3 and the games haven't been close. Any chance James Franklin comes to Columbia? That is a very interesting name. I doubt it, but Steven says if we keep it close, does he get fired still, or do we have to go the rest of the season with him? I think if we get thoroughly embarrassed again, he could get let go. I think most likely at this point he will make it to the end of the season. But, I mean, the wild card is Bob Caslen, man. I think if South Carolina keeps losing, you're going to get closer and closer and closer to a move being made. So, Scott Rush says, which baseball newcomers do you think make an immediate impact? So it's tough to say because, unfortunately, I haven't been out there because it's been closed to the public this week, this fall, which sucks. But Brandon Fields, the outfielder, that's a guy I've heard a lot about. And I know there are definitely some pitchers that we brought in that are going to be some big time. Magcotto, the lefty, bumping like 97. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be South Carolina's. And from guys I've talked to, listen, I've had the D1 baseball guys on my show and everything. Awesome people. They do a great job. They've said they think this is South Carolina's best roster since that 2012 College World Series team. So Gamecock, and I'm not sitting here trying to hype it up like Gamecock baseball should, win the SEC or even go to Omaha, but this should be a really competitive, fun team to watch. This is by far going to be Kingston's best team. So, let's see. Dakota Lee Center fight. Who do you think wins Masters this weekend? Newcomer or a big name golfer? I like DJ or DeChambeau. I really do. It's going to come down to who putts the best. It always does. That's the magic sauce at Augusta, man. You got to go to putt, and whoever putts the best and makes them putt, especially the stretch, that's who's going to win the tournament. So I'm really excited for it. I don't know if you guys know this, but so I grew up in North Augusta, grew up in the area, and I actually played, my dad played college golf. I played golf growing up competitively till I was 15. So, I love it. I love it for sure. You'd never know probably looking at me, but I'm a golf guy. I love golf. So, I'm excited to watch the tournament. Where I'll be tuned in tomorrow morning and throughout the weekend. So, yeah, you got to think DJ at some point is going to get a Masters. You got to think he's going to get a green jacket at some point. I mean, the guys. I feel the same way with Brooksy though, about Brooks Koepka. Let's see. Hold on. Wait. Gamecock basketball completed their schedule. Oh shit. And okay, so they've got an exhibition on the 25th. So we got a call coming in. Here we go. Yo, how's it going?
What's up, man? It's Gamecock Swag here.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. We had a big day for the Cox, man. We're signing a bunch of people in basketball. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, it's all baseball, too.
Yeah, baseball a lot. A little worried there. Hardly any from South Carolina.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, you just take the best prospects you can get, man. I'm not too worried about Carolina baseball recruiting. It's we get good players. So, I mean, I ain't worried I'm not too worried about that. So, it's just producing on the field. But yeah, I'm excited for basketball and baseball. Honestly, I really, I know the last few years have been rough, but I mean, and I'm not like I'm obviously not a fire Frank Martin guy. Like I like Frank Martin. I think he's a really good coach. I don't think South Carolina probably could do better than him if they ever wanted to move on. But I will say, like this year, you have to make the tournament. You just have to. I mean, you just can't lose one of these stupid non-conference games early in the season and miss the. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of put up or shut up. You know what I mean? Like if you don't make the tournament this year, it's like, then what are we doing? So, but I mean, again, on the positives, like I think they have the team to do it. I love the team they have. And then baseball, I'm very excited for baseball. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's going to be a, Omaha team or anything, but I think it's going to be a really competitive, fun team to watch, kind of middle of the pack of the SEC, which when I say that, like if you go 16-14 or 15-15 in conference in baseball in the SEC, you're a really, really good team. You're probably hosting a regional. So I could see South Carolina being a regional host again. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I can't with the way football season's going. I mean, I hate to say this, with the way football season's going, I can't wait to start talking about something else, aka basketball. I can't wait for us to have something else to watch. So, yeah.
I mean, it's just been a rough week, with Monday.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, well, when you lose 48-3 at home, it's going to be a rough week, whether it's a first-year head coach or a 10th-year head coach. So, there are not many positives to pull from something like that. So, I mean,
but I will ask you this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think men's basketball is our best men's program?
Men's basketball, no, I'd still say it's baseball. I mean, you have 2 national championships. I mean, you know,
I'm talking about currently.
Currently. I thought you meant just like I thought you just meant like overall. Yeah, I mean, I guess currently you have to give it to basketball, which, I mean, again, it's like you made the Final Four in 2017, but you haven't really done anything since. I mean, I'd say basketball and baseball are pretty neck and neck because, I mean, 2018 in baseball, you made the super regionals, and then 20, so I mean, and then 2020 got short. Got cut short. We have no idea what would have happened, but I guess you can give the nod to basketball, and baseball is probably right there with it. But and all the men's programs need to get better. There's no question. They all need to get better. I mean, we know football, but you know, we need to see basketball and baseball take big jumps this year. I think they're poised to do it. I mean, you look at the talent both have, especially basketball. I mean, I think they're poised to do it, but you gotta, you know, I thought South Carolina was poised to do it last year too, and you lost to Stetson in Boston. So you just have to avoid those stupid losses. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens this week with Ole Miss. I think we might be the only game playing. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, how is South Carolina the only team not affected by COVID? I mean, just
he doesn't let them practice. He just puts them out there and just spreads them out.
I don't know. I guess so. We'll see though. Even I guess if we're the only game, we'll be the only game. I don't know. So.
Yeah, well, good talking with you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you calling in as always, man. Thanks so much. No, good stuff, man. So the schedule got released. The schedule is released, guys. November 25th to be announced. November 28th at Northwestern in the Hall of Fame Classic in Kansas City, or versus Northwestern. November 29th, you're continuing to play in the Hall of Fame Classic. December 5th at Houston. December 10th, Wofford at home. December 14th at George Washington. December 19th against Clemson. December 23rd against South Carolina State. And then January 2nd against Florida A&M. Very good stuff. And then you start the conference schedule. That's awesome. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. You love to see it. I'm excited, man. I can put it on my calendar now. November 25th and November 28th. And the 29th. We got games. We've got games. How about that? Love to see it, man. Again, appreciate the call. Taking your questions, calls, comments, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377, guys, if you do want to call in. I wonder how tough will it be to get Gamecocks basketball tickets this year? I wonder how tough it'll be to get tickets. Let's see. Eric Fry, injuries are down this year, so new strength and conditioning coaching is doing his job. I agree. Yeah. No, I definitely. He's doing a good job. I'll give him credit. Lindsey Hagler, have you ever been to the Masters? Yes, I have. I've been probably 4 or 5 times. Gone to practice rounds. I've gone on Sundays. Yeah, I have been blessed enough to go to the Masters, and it is an awesome time. It is an awesome time. So I highly suggest anyone who is thinking about going, has the opportunity to go. I mean, it is, and obviously I know there's no patrons this year, but if you ever get the chance, it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Words truly don't do it justice. So, yeah, words truly don't do it justice. This is annoying. Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. Again, Lance Player, last time I golfed, I wrecked the cart and lost the club in the water. Very good. Very good. Lance Player, are we hiring Hugh Freeze or not? I don't know, man. I don't know what the deal is. Got no idea. Again, guys, questions, comments. How are you guys? I'll ask you this. On a Wednesday, you've had a couple of days to decompress a little from the Ole Miss game, maybe kind of just relax or whatever. How are you feeling about this Ole Miss game upcoming this weekend? Again, you've had a couple days of decompress from the A&M debacle. Are you still like, screw it, this is going to go terribly? Like, what are your thoughts overall? We got some rain. I'll be damned. Can hear it hitting the window. Phil Carter, when I was an RA at Carolina, a coworker of mine got master's tickets, could not reschedule his desk shift. His RA director told him that if he went, he'd be fired and lose his free on-campus housing. He went to the Masters, and I never saw him again. He might be living on the grounds at Augusta. Very good. Very, very good. You love it. Greg Benjer, I think our defense won't stop them. We probably lose. I mean, yeah, that's what. I mean, nobody. I can tell you this, man. Nobody is going to be picking South Carolina to win this football game. Not a soul. Oh, with that being said, let's see if College Football News. Do you guys? I'm not sure if they do, so don't hold me to it. Let's see if College Football News has dropped their prediction for the game, and they have. And they have. You guys want to hear the prediction from College Football News? Let's see what they have to say. What do you guys think? Do you want to hear this? I know you probably do, but I'll ask once more. Do you want to hear this? Do you even want to hear what they have to say? Well, this is a sick picture they have. Carolina running out. Okay. Why Ole Miss will win, why South Carolina will win, and what's going to happen. Let's dive into it. I'm very curious to hear what they have to say. All right, let's hear it. Why Ole Miss will win. The offense continues to rock and roll. The passing game gets the glory, but it's fourth in the SEC. The Rebels lead the SEC in rushing. Oh, that bodes well for Carolina. It all works. The O is second in the conference behind Alabama, and it's adaptable enough to keep rolling in any way possible. It is yet to dip below the 442-yard mark. South Carolina doesn't have the defense to disrupt what the Rebels do. There's no pressure in the backfield. The run defense is getting hit way too hard, giving up over 200 yards each of the last 3 games. And the offense isn't producing enough to make up for the defensive issues. However, why South Carolina will win? This is when the Gamecock attack has to get going. The ground game only worked against Vanderbilt. The passing attack has been inconsistent, and nothing happened against Texas A&M with just 150 yards of total offense in the loss. Nothing cures mediocre offenses like the Ole Miss defense that only gave up fewer than 400 yards once. Rebels can't come up with a third down stop. The defensive front doesn't do anything against the run, and it's the worst overall D in the league by a mile, giving up well over 50 yards per game more than LSU and almost 100 yards a game more than anyone else. All right. What's going to happen? Here we go. South Carolina is desperate after 2 straight blowout losses, but it's about to have even more problems defensively against an Ole Miss attack that's humming right now. The Rebels will throw enough to keep things moving, but it'll be the running game that takes over early on to make it 4 straight games. The Gamecocks give up over 260 yards on the ground. Ole Miss 41, South Carolina 34. And I must say, them saying we're going to score 34 points is bold, is very, very bold. So I agree with that 41 for Ole Miss. I agree with it. That 41 for Ole Miss, but 34 for Carolina? Shit. Nope. Nope. Don't agree with that. Let's see. I'll post this on Twitter. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I have no clue what to pick for a score in this game. I really don't. I don't know if we're even going to show up and play. I don't know what the deal is. And it's so hard to pick a score when you don't know who's going to be starting quarterback. I mean, I think we all think we know, but we don't know for certain, right? So Philip Card Harris, is the Rebels nickname still official? I mean, I think they still are the Ole Miss Rebels. So, you know. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Dakota Lee center fight. Yep, sounds about right. Other than us scoring 34, don't think we get 2 touchdowns. Phil Carter Harris, if he trots Colin Hill up there Saturday as the starter, wow, I agree. I mean, and again, I hate it in a sense because, again, my point a few weeks ago was I don't put all the blame on Colin Hill in regards to, like, there are so many other issues. But at this point, man, you have to change something up. You have to. So, yeah, if he trots Colin back out there as a starter again, I'll be convinced he just don't give a damn about his job. Brittany Walden, I have one question. Why can't we put Ryan in the game to start? I don't know. I think he starts this week. I think he starts this week. I'd be, like I said, I'd be thoroughly shocked if he doesn't. Andrew Bowers, I think we bounce back and win like we did in 2018, a shootout 41-40 SC. You know, Andrew, every fan base needs fans like you, bro. I'm so happy in this. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Like, thank you for injecting optimism into this chat, because every fan base needs fans like that. So thank you. And again, I'm being dead serious. So, SC football too. Appreciate the love, man. Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll definitely work on a collab of some sort. I'd be down. No doubt. By the way, guys, thank you guys for the love and support. We are creeping closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. I did notice that. I think we're at like 925 now. Also, quick reminder, watch party this Saturday, Overtime Bar and Grill. If you're in the city, obviously this game's on the road in Oxford, so if you're around Columbia, you need a spot to watch the game. Overtime's the spot to be. Doors open actually at 11, so you can come out any time of the day, watch some football, and, well, watch the little bit of football, I guess, that'll be being played since it's like every SEC game's getting postponed. But, no, come out, watch some football. I'll be doing the live pregame show 6:30 to 7, then obviously kickoff at 7:30. So, Philip Carter Harris, I want to believe we will win. My brain says that's ridiculous at this point, though. Yeah, I'm going into this game with little to no confidence, to be totally honest with you. That's just my honest assessment. You know, after being in Baton Rouge and after watching what we saw on Saturday, I'm going in this game with little to no confidence. Philip Carter Harris, 2 of those subs are much champion Muse. Oh, man. You know, I do want to say this. I actually, and I'll keep the conversation off the record. I talked to Muse yesterday via Instagram, and we had a really good conversation, actually. Very productive conversation. And, you know, I'll say this. I was frustrated. We're all frustrated right now. We're all upset. We're all emotional. And, you know, I would still say and stick behind what I said in the sense that, like, going after the fans it's not, to me, it's not the best move. The guys, I appreciate the players, the work they're putting in. They're going out there busting their asses every single day. They want to win. Trust me, they want to win. They want to win as bad, if not worse, than fans do. Trust me. And I feel for the players that are going out there and busting it and getting the type of results we saw on Saturday. That's why, I mean, really, for the most, 99.9% of the time, I'm going after the coaches because I think we have talent. It falls on Muschamp's shoulders, okay? And I think it's a good thing the players are ride or die for their coach, and they would take a bullet for their coach. That's how it should be. But, you know, something's got to change. Something's got to give. So, you know, I was able to have a productive conversation with Muse yesterday, and he's a good kid, frustrated, you know. And I basically just told him, hey, man, there's no South Carolina fan out there. The only thing Gamecock fans want for you and this team is massive success. So we're behind you 110%, man. People are just frustrated. You can obviously understand that. And it's kind of like, hey, I told JC Horn on Twitter yesterday, which people don't get that. They only see the Twitter, what they see. They don't know that, like, these guys have DM'd me. We've had conversations before about whatever, just kind of casually. And, you know, JC was saying, yeah, you know, Nick Muse's comments got everybody upset in their feelings. It's like, bro, I'm not upset because of what Nick Muse said. I'm upset because we lost 48-3 to Texas A&M and 52-24 to LSU. It ain't got nothing to do really with what Nick Muse said. But we're just at the point now where, like, everything you say is amplified. Everybody's upset and everybody's pissed off. So, you know, we're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. The players get that. They're the ones busting their ass out there, going to practice, going to weights every single day. So, Rodney Creel. So, how similar and comparable are Hilinski and Hill really? If you go back and watch Hilinski in his freshman year, compare Hill as a fifth-year senior, I don't think it's all that comparable. Hilinski has the bigger arm, better accuracy, and would use his legs for 4- and 5-yard pickups, where Hill would force it to a blanketed receiver instead of taking off. I think Hilinski is the better quarterback. That's fair analysis. I think also the team last year Hilinski had around him was better. I think Colin Hill's a fine quarterback. I think people underestimate the lack of weapons he has around him. It's like, who do you want him to throw it to? Guys, he's throwing the guys down the field and it's hitting them in the hands or dropping. What can he do about that? So, taking a call. Here we go. Yo, Cade, what's up, man?
What's up, Chris? How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So who you got winning the at Augusta?
I mean, gun to head, I'd probably say either DJ or DeChambeau. I know that's kind of like a cop-out pick, but probably Brooks hasn't been playing well. That's the only thing. Yeah, Brooks Koepka hadn't been playing all that well, so I'd like to go with Brooks. I think eventually he'll win one. But Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really haven't looked at the entire field, maybe who the dark horses might be. And it's kind of weird because, like, I haven't really been watching golf this year because, I mean, it's just with 2020, it's just been, whatever. But no, I'm just ready to just enjoy the golf, man. It's going to be fun to watch. I love watching the tournament, and this will be So, I mean, this will be the first time in a while I feel like I'll actually be able to sit down and really enjoy it. So, yeah.
I think I got Jordan Spieth coming back and having a great tournament.
I'd love to see it
and get his second green jacket.
I'd love to see. I like Spieth. I like Spieth a lot.
Good. I mean, of course, I think every golf fan would like to see Tiger win back to back, and I love Tiger. I think he's the best golfer to ever play, and I'm hoping Tiger comes out there and puts up great numbers and not just a plus 12 or plus 13 like he did a couple years ago. I think that if he's healthy, I really think Tiger might have another shot. But I see, just like you said, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, or Jordan Spieth, or Brooks Koepka. I know Brooks Koepka ain't played well this year, but I think that if he has his head on straight, I really think that Brooks Koepka will get his first green jacket.
Yeah, no, and with the Tiger thing, I don't think he'll win. I don't think he'll win, man. He had that run last year, and just getting older, and there's a lot of good young players. You know what I mean? So I don't think Tiger will go back to back, but it's a fun storyline. It's a fun storyline nonetheless. But no, I'm excited. Obviously, starting tomorrow, and I'm going to have the Masters apps and stuff all going, all fired up, and obviously the TV coverage. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun couple of days for sure. Something to maybe distract us from Gamecock football if things get out of hand. So.
We need something to.
We need some distractions. We need a few distractions. Yeah. So
a very good distraction, and that's what's going on. So are you still doing your 12-1 more?
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah. No, we'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do it. 12-1 tomorrow. 12-1 Friday. I'll just have it on in the background. But definitely doing same schedule as always tomorrow and Friday, 12-1, and then obviously pregame show Saturday, and we'll kind of a normal week throughout the week. So, if anything changes,
will you have you thought about putting the Masters on like in the corner so we can all watch?
Yeah, we definitely we definitely could. I think from the comments I see a couple of the people tuning in might fall asleep if we cut golf on, but no, we might do that. Might cut golf on. I don't know, but. No, either way, it's going to be a fun weekend, man. It always is when the Masters is on for sure. But do you have any early feelings on the Carolina Ole Miss game? Any bit of positivity at all going in? Is there anything to be positive about?
Oh God. Of course. Every Carolina football fan is going to fucking commit suicide if Colin Hill is number one quarterback going into the game. But I feel like if our defense actually shows up, I know that they're going to – I know Vegas had them, 70?
70 and a half, yeah, 70 and a half.
I don't see Ole Miss putting 70 points up on us. I know their defense is really bad, and I feel like if Will Muschamp and T-Rod gets our boys ready, I think that we could have a shot at beating Ole Miss. I got my final score being like a high-scoring game, probably like I got them scoring about 40-45, but I really feel like even if Colin Hill don't start, I feel like if Ron Wesley comes in there, I feel like we'll win probably around, shootout probably 52-47 or something like that.
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it, my friend, from your lips to God's ears for sure. Let's make it happen. Well, yeah, man, appreciate the call. We're going to wrap up here shortly, but I appreciate the call, man. Like I said, live tomorrow, 12-1, and Friday as well. So, should be a fun week.
All right.
Thanks, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, absolutely. So, Phil is not a fan of cutting the golf on in the corner. Not a fan. Now, I'll probably, so I have the TV over here. I'll probably try to just put it on there. So if you see me looking this way a lot of the time tomorrow and Friday, you'll probably know. Townsend Hamilton, this is the weakest receiving core I've ever seen. it is kind of baffling, man, in the sense that South Carolina has always had good receivers no matter what. And this year, that is just not the case. That is just not the case this year. I don't know what happened, recruiting, or guys didn't pan out or whatever, but man, I'm shocked at how bad the receivers are this year. Christian Carver, I saw somewhere our game maybe moved up Saturday, possibly. Yes, so I just saw that. Just saw a tweet that Muschamp, apparently he's had like a Wednesday teleconference. Let's see. Muschamp saying not certain if USC's kickoff time at Ole Miss will be affected. He knows there have been conversations with the SEC office about potentially moving it to earlier, but has not heard anything back. So I guess it's a possibility. I mean, it sounds like from you guys, from the fans' perspective, you guys would like to see it move to being earlier. I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'd actually prefer it be late because I was planning on playing golf Saturday morning. So please don't move it to a noon game. Please, for the love of God, don't move it to a noon game. SC Football Tube. Yeah, the men's basketball schedule is complete. Awesome stuff. Very, very excited for basketball season. Very excited for basketball season. So, absolutely pumped. So, taking your questions, comments, calls as well, guys. Calls as well. Phil Carter Harris, Chris, if you want to talk about sports people don't care about, I can call in daily up to talk your ear off about soccer and rugby. Rodney Creel, we don't have a receiving core. We have a receiver. Yeah, exactly. It's a good way to put it. SEC football, too. If we can't get yards or points on a defense as poor as Ole Miss, then I'm worried about the future of this offense. Phil Carter Harris' game deserves to be a noon kick. Don't worry. Don't move it to a noon or 4 game because I have to work during that time. Yeah, again, I mean, whatever. If they move it, I guess it is what it is, but it'll just be what it is. So, but that is interesting. I wonder if they will, because what is it? How many games now are being played this weekend? Like 2, 3? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You guys taking your questions, comments, calls. We've got just under 10, or just over, I should say, 10 minutes left. So we may end up playing on Comedy Central at this point. Donnie Cunningham, I missed it. Thoughts on the donor comments? What donor comments specifically are you talking about? Because I'm not 100% sure I'm familiar. Oh, I mean, dude, I think there's a lot of smoke right now, and if South Carolina keeps losing football games, there's a good chance we're going to see a change. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think if South Carolina continues to lose football games, good chance we see a change, no doubt. So, by the way, guys, this is something cool today. So it is November the 11th, 2020. 2 years ago today on the date was the date that I got the LLC for the Spurs Up show, and it officially became a business, so a legitimate business. So this is kind of like the 2-year anniversary, 2-year birthday, whatever, for the Spurs Up show as you know it now. So appreciate you guys' love and support, because honestly, without you, it wouldn't be possible, obviously. So again, I think it's crazy to think it's been 2 years. So pretty wild. It's almost like one of those things where it feels like it's been forever, but it also feels like it was yesterday, because so much has changed, but it wasn't that long ago, really. So, just want to say thank you to you guys for love, support. Again, without you, it just wouldn't be possible. Let's see. Andrew Bowers, one guy that I actually liked watching was T. Higgins. Reminded me a lot of Alshon. Maybe we can get another big guy like him. Yeah, we need to get some big body wide receivers. You just need to get guys who can make plays. I don't give a damn if they're 6'4", if they're 5'10". I don't care if they're an Alshon type, a Bruce Ellington type. Got to get guys that can make plays, period, point blank. So, Anthony Dillard, if Colin Hill doesn't start a quarterback, who do you think, or do you think we can move him over to defense? We need to get a pass rush, and I don't care where it comes from. Yeah, I don't think Colin Hill is going to be your best option to rush the quarterback. Dakota Lee certified Jim Rice spoke to a newspaper and said he hasn't met with another donor, isn't ready to give up a Muschamp, but things need to change. Yeah, I mean, again, you keep losing games, I think you're going to see that change you're talking about. Christian Carver, if 2020 has taught me anything, it's taught me that anything is possible, and it's possible Willie can be fired during this season. Yeah, for sure. Bedinger, Philip Carter Harris, SEC Football 2, congrats. Or, I mean, not congrats, but thank you for the congrats. I appreciate it. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's crazy. It really is. It's wild. Started doing the podcast back in April 2017. And then, like I said, this date 2 years ago, got the LLC. So pretty wild. Pretty wild when you think about it. Donnie Cunningham, one donor said basically it sucks, but he deserves to have, quote, the rest of the season. And I think he will. I think he'll have the rest of the season, but I think if the season keeps going the way it's going, he will be fired at the end of the season. So, Trip Roche, again, I think it'll be end of season. I think he probably makes it through to the end of the season. I think that things continue to go the way they're going, which, you know, Will Muschamp just launched into a long defense of DJ Durkin, who is now the DC at Ole Miss. Quote, I hate what he went through. Oh, God. I don't know why Muschamp continues to die on that hill, bro. Like, just leave it alone. I know that's your buddy and all, but come on, dude. Like, Jesus. Phil Carter Harris, doesn't the buyout increase by the end of the season? So the buyout only goes down. It will drop some at the beginning of the new year, but I have to imagine they're going to come together with Muschamp and try to come together on a reduced buyout. I think that's probably going to be the play for South Carolina. So, yeah. Again, guys, got about 6 minutes left. Taking your questions, calls, comments, 843-790-3377. SEC Football Tube, I started my channel in July 2018. I'm shocked on how big it has grown. I'm just 53 away from 1,000. Really stuns me, all the love and support. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Keep going. Keep grinding. Keep grinding for sure. Christian Carver, who would have thought years ago Coastal Carolina would be one of the best teams in South Carolina besides Clemson in football? Yeah, it's crazy. And I think that's why Jamie Chadwell has risen to be a truly a candidate that South Carolina fans would consider for this job. So, Tyler Knoll, I don't think Mizzou is a given W. Drinkwitz beat us with App State. He's got better players now than he did. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I don't think it's a given W either. I mean, I think that's your most likely win probably going out the season. But I don't think there's not a given W left. I mean, I think you'd be a bit foolish to go into any game and consider a given W at this point. So, let's see. Phil Carter Harris, Muschamp is going to be like called J.G. Wentworth. SC Football 2, I think we could finish 2-2. I hear you. Ole Miss, Mizzou, and Kentucky, you feel like should be 3 winnable games. But I'll say this, too, in regards to the whole Fire Muschamp thing. I mean, dude, if you beat Ole Miss, Mizzou, and Kentucky, if you go 3-0, 2-1, what does it really matter? Like, what does that tell you about your program? Those are games you should be winning. So, I mean, it'll make us feel good. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it's not like, oh, you beat those teams. That's going to justify that we should keep Will Muschamp. Like, dude, at this point, I hope people can see there's no coming back from this. We're going to be in this forever cycle with Will Muschamp. It's not going to get any better. It's not. I think the ceiling is probably 7 or 8 wins a year. So, Rodney Creel, thoughts on Billy Napier? Yeah, wouldn't be a bad hire. Offensive-minded guy. He's done some good things at Louisiana. Obviously, has the background with Dabo Swinney and being at Clemson. You know, he'd love to get a shot at him. So, it's not the worst name. It's not a terrible hire by any stretch. I would not hate that. Billy Napier kind of seemed like it would fit. So, Yep. He was in my top 5 for sure. In my top 5 guys. Let's see. Phil Carter Harris, I'm starting to really like Jamey Chadwell. I think he checks a lot of boxes that we need to be checked for the next guy. I am too. I think it would be a outside the box creative hire, if you will. So I wouldn't hate it. Christian Carver, if Terry Wilson is the quarterback of Kentucky, by the time we play Kentucky, it's not a given W. But without him, it is a given W. Yeah, I just think going to Lexington and playing Kentucky the way they've beaten you of late that's not a given W at all. And you've never played well in Lexington. So I don't see that as a given W either. Tyler Knoll says Matt Campbell. He's turned Iowa State into a good football program. Imagine what he would do with the recruiting in the SEC. I agree. I'd love to get Matt Campbell. I think Matt Campbell would be awesome. Anthony Dillard, we've been destroyed this year in those measuring stick games. You can clearly see how we are not close to the upper tier SEC teams. Yeah. Again, you make a really good point. Make a really, really good point. So it's been rough, man. It's just been rough. I'll be very intrigued to see how this goes. But I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm just not overly optimistic. So I'm not overly optimistic, guys. Hashtag beat somebody. Oh, for sure. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close it up. Appreciate you all tuning in. Again, if you have not done so, check out the podcast drop this morning, episode 315. I actually give my top 5 candidates I'd like to see South Carolina pursue winning if Will Muschamp is fired. So my top 5, personally, my top 5 candidates I'd like to see South Carolina go after. Plus, of course, we're talking gambling on a Wednesday. Best bet for South Carolina Ole Miss in the SEC gambling picks for Week 8, guys. Also, a quick reminder, watch party Saturday, Overtime Bar and Grill. Doors open at 11. Kickoff right now is scheduled for 7:30. We'll have a pregame show 6:30 to 7. Going to be a really, really good time, guys. Again, thank you so much for the love and support. Hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks so much.